Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Welcome to today's math class. Children, today I am going to start new chapter, 12th chapter, which is ratio and proportion. In this chapter, we are going to learn about what is a ratio and how we can find the ratio of two quantities and some of the applications based on the ratio concept. And also we are going to learn what is mean by proportion. How can you verify the given terms are in proportion, and based on that we have some problem solving. So let us start about ratio. What is mean by ratio? Ratio is nothing but it is comparison of any two quantities, but division method is called ratio. So when you compare the two quantities by division method, it is called ratio. Let's see one example how we can compare the quantities by division method. So here there are two children. First one is Suchetan and the second person is Sai. So in math exam, Suchetan scored 60 marks, but Sai scored only 30 marks. Now they started comparison. Suchetan said that I got 30 marks more than Sai. They started comparison and they are doing the comparison by difference method. What is mean by difference? Subtraction. Big number minus small number, which gives 30. Now after subtraction, Suchetan said that Sai, I got 30 marks more than you. I got 30 marks more than you. Then Suchetan got, can I compare the marks other than this difference method? Yes. Not only in difference method, we can compare the marks by division method also. Now let's see how we can compare the marks of these two persons by using division method. Let us see here now. If I want to compare the marks of Suchetan to Sai, how can I compare the marks? By division method we are going to compare. First we have Suchetan, so write the marks obtained by Suchetan by 30. 1 0 1 0 cancel, 3 1 0 3 2 0 is equal, I got 2. Now let us start the comparison of Sai marks to Suchetan marks. Sai marks to Suchetan marks. So we are comparing the division method. First we have Sai. So the marks obtained Sai is 30 and the Suchetan marks 60. 0 0 cancel, 3 1 0 3 2 0 is equal to 1 by 2. Now after this, how they can do comparison? Yes. Suchetan marks, the marks obtained by Suchetan are twice the marks of Sai. Yes, the marks obtained by Suchetan 60 are twice, double the marks obtained by Sai. 60 is double 30. And also this, you can compare like this. The marks obtained by Sai are half of marks of Suchetan. Sai marks 30 are half of Suchetan marks. Like that, we can compare the quantities by division method also. So, how can I repeat here? 2 by 1, we can write the ratio is 2 is to 1. This is the symbol of ratio method. It is the symbol of ratio. And this we can read as is to. We can read as is to. And even 1 by 2 also we can write 1 is to 2. Hope it is clear how we can compare the quantities by division method. Yes. Now let's see more about this ratio. Two quantities must have same units. Suppose if the first quantity is in terms of meters, second quantity also must be in terms of meters. First quantity in terms of rupees, second one also rupees. Like if they are different units, we'll make them to same units, then we'll find the ratio of those two quantities. And also they said ratio has no units. There is no units for ratio. Now let us see how to find the ratio when the quantities are same units and also when the quantities are different units. If the quantities having same units and different units, how we can find the ratio of those quantities? Let us see by taking some examples. Now here, let me take the example. Here the example is, they give like this. Find the Yes, find the ratio of, they said first one is 5 rupees to 25 paisa. 5 rupees to 25 paisa. And the second one they gave like this, 5 meter to 30 centimeter. And third one they give like this, 30 days to 15 days. Now let us see how to find the ratio of these three. Here we have two quantities, 5 rupees and 25 paisa, and you know both are different units. Rupees and paisa both are different units. I said both the quantities must be same units. If they have different units, we'll convert them to same units. Let you can see first one better. The relation between rupees and paisa, we know that 1 rupee is equal to how much? 100 paisa. Yes. Now 5 rupees. Now this both I want to convert in terms of paisa. So this is already in terms of paisa written as it is. Now 5 rupees is equal to, children we know 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. 2 rupees 2 into 100 paisa. 5 rupees 5 into 100 paisa. It is 500 paisa. Now both the quantities are same units. After getting the same units, you can compare them by division. You can write here 500 paisa by 25 paisa. So paisa paisa cancel. 25 ones are 25 twos are 50. 25 zeros 0. So is equal to what? 20 by 1. The ratio is 20 is to 1. Yes, you can see one more here. 5 meter to 30 centimeter. Both the quantities having different units. Now we can convert into same units. And this both we try to convert into centimeters. And we know the relation is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Now convert both the quantities in terms of centimeter. So 5 meter to 30 centimeter. 5 meter to 30 centimeter. Right? So this is already in terms of centimeter, right, as it is. Now this 5 meter, if I convert centimeter, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Then 5 meters equal to 5 into 100, which gives us 500 meters. Now we can find the ratio of these two. I mean, do comparison by which method? Division method. Let us do comparing by division method. 500 meter by 30 meter. Meter cancel, 1 0 cancel. The left hand part is 50 by 3. And you know there is no common factor. 50 and 3. The ratio is 50 is to 3. After converting simplest form, you can write with the help of this symbol. It is called ratio symbol, which we can call it as is to. Now we can see the last one, third one. They are asking to find the ratio of 30 days to 15 days. Here you can see better days and days. Both the quantities are having same units. When both quantities are having same units, then you can find the ratio directly. I mean, you can compare them by division method. 30 days division 15 days. Days cancel better. 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30. We can write here 2 by 1, which gives us 2 is to 1. So that is the way you can find the ratios. Hope it is clear. Ratio means comparing the quantities by division method, and make sure that when you are comparing the quantities, they must contain same units. In case if they are different units, you make them to same units, then find the ratio. Yes, here we have exercise problems. From exercise 12.1, let us see second one. Asking find the ratio of the following. We need to find the ratio. I mean, we need to compare this by division method. As I said, when you are comparing the quantities by division method, they must have same units. But here the units are minutes and hours. Both the quantities have different units. Now we will try to convert them to same units. This both I want to convert into minutes. And what is the relation between hours and minutes, beta? Yes, we know that. Yes, what we know the relation? We know that 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now convert both in terms of minutes. It is already there in terms of minutes. Let me write as it is, comma. This I want to convert into hours, right? So let me go to rough work. 1.5 hours. 1.5 into hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. Let us multiply this both. 1.5 into 60. 1.5 into 60 better. 0 0. Yes, 6 5 is 30. 0 3 carry. 6 5 plus 6 plus 3 9. So 0 0 9. One digit before point. Here also we have one digit before point. So total how much? 90. I got here 90 minutes. How many minutes beta? 90 minutes. See, 1.5 hour means beta 1 hour 60 minutes. 0.5 means half an hour. 1 hour 60 minutes. 1 hour 60 minutes. Half an hour 30 minutes. Half of 60. 60 minutes plus 30 minutes 90 minutes. Now both are same quantities. Now we can compare them by division method. Yes, by division method we try to compare now. 30 minutes by 90 minutes. See better minutes cancel, 0 0 cancel. 3 9. 3 is the common factor. 3 1s are 3. 3 3s are 9. I got 1 by 3, which is in simplest form. Now we can write with the help of ratio symbol, which is 1:3. Now let us see one more. How to find the ratio of 500 meters to 2 liters? 500 milliliters or 500 ml to 2 liters. You can see beta milliliters and liters both are different units. We'll convert them to same units. Then we find the ratio. Both we'll try to convert into milliliters beta. We know that 1 liter is equal to how many ml? You know, 1000 milliliters. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. Both the quantities we try to change into milliliters, then we find the ratio. It is already there in terms of milliliters, so we write 500 milliliters to 1 liter, it is 1000 milliliters. Then can you tell me 2 liters is equal to how many ml? Sir, 2 liters means it is 2000 ml. It is 2000 ml. Now we can see both the quantities are same units ml. Now we can start comparing those two by division method. 500 ml by 2000 ml. So here ml cancel, 1010 cancel, 1010 cancel, 5 1s are 5 4s are 20. So I got here 1 by 4. It is in simplest form. There is no common factor for this both other than 1. So we write with the help of ratio symbol 1:4. Like that you can find the ratio. In case if they have different units, you make them to convert and find the ratio. And finally we can see there is no units for ratio. Yes, here we have 11th one from exercise 12.1. Out of 1800 students in a school, there are 1800 students in a school. 750 opted basketball. 750 opted basketball, and 800 opted cricket, and the remaining opted table tennis. And the remaining they selected table tennis. If students can opt only one game, find the ratio of number of students who opted basketball to table tennis, and cricket to basketball, and basketball to total number of students. So first we'll write the number of students are selected for each game. So listen to here. First let's write the total number of students. Yes, total number of students. Total number of students is equal to how many better? 1800. So number of students who opted for basketball. Next we can write number of students who opted to basketball. Yes, how many are there basketball? There are 750 students opted for basketball. Now we write number of students. Yes, number of students who opted to next game what about cricket? Who opted to cricket. So how many are there for cricket? There are 800 students, and the remaining opted for table tennis. How can I find the remaining students? To know the remaining number of students from the total 1800, you can subtract the students opted for basketball 750, and also can subtract the students who opted for cricket. Then we get the remaining students who opted for table tennis. Now let me write here remaining student. Sorry. Yes, we can write now remaining students. Remaining students who opted for table tennis. Who opted for table tennis game. Yes. How many are there? How can I find the remaining? Sir, from the total number of students, you can subtract the student who opted for basketball and also can remove the student who opted for cricket. Then we get the remaining. So that we get how many are there for table tennis. You can see better 1800. We learn in teachers minus both are same symbol addition. 750 plus 850 800. 800 plus 700 1550 1550 and write the big number before symbol. Now subtract better 1800 minus 1500 300. From 300 subtract 50 which gives 250. Yes, which gives 250. Now 250 students are opted for table tennis. You can see better here 1500 plus 200 1700 plus 100 1800. Yes. Now we'll find the ratio of each one. A bit they are asking what better? Find the ratio of number of students who opted for basketball to table tennis. Yes, they are asking find ratio. Compare the student who opted for basketball. Who opted for basketball to table tennis. Basketball to table tennis. Ask him to find the ratio. Ask him to compare by division method. How many opted for basketball? There are 750. And how many are opted for table tennis? 250. Yes, 1 0 cancel. 25 1 0 25 3 0. I got 3 by 1, which is simplest form. We can write 3:1. Now next we will go for B bit. So B bit they said find the ratio of number of students who opted for cricket to basketball. So we can write here students. Yes, students who opted cricket to basketball. Students who opted basketball. So how can we find better? We know already how many are opted for particular game. So cricket, how many are there? For cricket there are 800 students. And how many are opted for basketball? 750 students. You can find the ratio of these two. 0 0 cancel. 5 1 are 5, 2 left, 5 5 are 25. 5 1 are 5, 3 left, 5 6 are 30. I got 16 by 15. 16 by 15. Any common factor? No. There is no common factor. So we can write the ratio as 16:15. Yes. Now you can find the last one, C1. Ask you to find the ratio of who opted for basketball to total number of students. We can write students opted basketball. Yes, basketball to total number of students. Total number of students. Yes, how many are opted for basketball? For basketball, we can see 750 students. By total number of students are 1800. You can see there 1800. You can cancel 0 0 beta. Yes. 5 3s are 15. 3 left. 5 6s are 30. 5 1s are 5. 2 left. 5 5s are 25. I got 15 by 36. The common factor is 3. 3 5s are 15. 3 1s are 3. 3 2s are 6. Now 5 by 12 I got simplest form it is, and we can write the ratio which is 5:12. Just you can write the particular values and divide if any common factor is there, and after getting the simplest form you can write with the help of this symbol is 2. Like that you can find the ratio. Yes children, we have here two more applications based on the ratio. Here we have 14th one beta. They said divide 20 pence between Sheila and Sangeeta in the ratio 3:2. If the Sheila is going to get 3 parts, Sangeeta will get 2 parts. So we can go for solution right here. They said total number of pens. Yes, total number of pens is equal. How many pens are there by total? Total 20 pens are there. Yes. Now divided. They said divided between Sheila and Sangeeta is equal. What ratio they divided? They divided in ratio of 3:2. And see here, means for Sheila they gave 3 pens, Sangeeta they gave 2 pens. 3 plus 2, 5 pens. No sir, how 20 pens? No. It is in ratio, it is in simplest form. So before simplest form, in the place of 3 what we have, we don't know. In the place of 2, before simplest form what we have, we don't know. In the place of 3 and 2 there are other numbers. After converting simplest form they got 3:2. So how can I get the before numbers? To get the before number, multiply the both first and second term with same alphabet. The reason is already they cancel the same common factor. No, let me divide with same common factor. Let it be x. Now multiply with 3 into x, 3x, and 2x, 2 into x, 3x. After this, now these are the previous numbers. So after getting the previous numbers, you can write comma. No need of ratio. Now here we can say Sheila how many she received pencils? 3x. And Sangeeta received how many beta? Sangeeta received 2x. Now this will take again. So the given here total number of pens. Total number of pens is equal to how many? 20. So here total number of pens nothing but we can write pens with Sheila plus number of pens with Sangeeta is equal to how much? Together 20. So how many pens are there with Sheila? 3x. Pens with Sangeeta 2x is equal to how much? 20. 3x plus 2x gives us 5x is equal to 20. Now to find the x, into 5 get transpose. X is equal to 20 by 5. 5 1s are 5. 5 4s are 20. X is equal to 4. So after getting the 4x value, you can find number of pens with Sheila and number of pens with Sangeeta. Yes. Now let me write here number of pens with Sheila is equal to how many pens she received beta? Sir, she received 3x. So in between no symbol, into is equal to 3 into what is the x value? 4. 3 4s are 12. So out of 20, Sheila received how many pens? 12. Now let us find number of pens. Number of pens with Sangeeta. Yes. Now tell me how many pens she received? 2x. In between no symbol, into we can write here 2 into what is the x value I got? 4 is equal to how much? 8. 12 plus 8 gives us total number of pens 20. So like that we can find it. Yes. Now let us see one more. 16th one we'll see here now. Let me go with a bit. Present age of father is 42 years and that of son age is 14 years. So let me write here present. What they say beta? Father age. So what is the father age beta? Father age is equal 42 years and also they said son age is equal 14 years. Now what they are asking to find? Present age of father to present age of son. So let me go with A1. So here the A1 is we have to find the ratio of present age of son. Present age of father. Present age of father to present age of son. Yes. Present age of father to present age of son. They have to find the ratio. What is the present age of father beta? 42 years. What is the present age of son? 14 years. You can find the ratio now. 14 1s are 14. 14 3s are 40. You can write here 3 by 1 is equal to how much? 3:1. Like that you can find the ratio. Next you can see B bit. Now here the BBT is age of father to age of son when son was 12 years old. Son was 12 years old. Here we said son age is equal to how much? 12 years old. Now present, what is the son age? 14 years. So son age 12 years old means what? 2 years before. 2 years before. Son age before 2 years before 12 years. Then what is father age 2 years before? Present father age is 42 years. 2 years before the father age is 42 minus 2, which gives us 40 years. We can write here now father age 2 years before. I am writing here 2 years before. 2 years before is equal to how much? 42 minus 2, which gives us 40. Why? Because they said son age 12 years old. Now present the son age is 14 years. When the son age is 12 years means 2 years ago. Present 14, 12 years means 2 years ago. 2 years ago son age is 12 years. Then 2 years ago father age is also been reduced. What is the father age? 40. Father age is 40 years. Now we'll find the ratio of, they said, father age to son. Father age to son. What is the father age now? 40. What is the son age? 12. You can find now 4 3 is 12, 4 10 is 40 is equal to 10 by 3. And the ratio is what, beta? 10 is to 3. Now you can see one more C bit. Age of father after 10 years, age of son after 10 years. See, age of father after 10 years. Let me write here age of father after 10 years. After 10 years to age of, yes, we have to find age of father, sorry, age of son. Age of son after 10 years. What is the father age right now? 42 years. Present 42 years. After 10 years means we'll do plus better. And present son age is 14 years. After 10 years we'll do plus 10. So 42 plus 10 gives us 52. And 14 plus 10 gives us 24. You go with 4 table. 4 6 is 24. 4 1 is 4, 1 left. 4 3 is 12. I got here 13 by 6. The ratio is 13 is to 6. 13 is to 6. Now we can go for last one with D1. Age of father to the age of son when father was 30 years old. Yes. Now here they said father age. Father age is equal to how much? 30 years. Present father age is 42 years. 30 years old. 30 years old means how many years ago? 12 years ago. Present father age is 42 years. 12 years ago his age is 30 years. Now we got 42 minus 12 gives us 30. 12 years ago, what is the son age? Sir, present son age is 14 years. 12 years ago, 14 minus 12, son age is 2 years. We can write down son age. 12 years ago we can take 12 years ago, because when father is 30 years, son will be not 12 years, 14 years. When the father 30, son age also reduced now. Son age not 14. So how much we can reduce? 12. Because father age they reduced how much? 12. 42 minus 12 is 30. So son age also will be reduced 12. Present 14 if I reduce 12, which gives us 2 years. Now we have to find the ratio of father to son age. So father age is 30 and the son age is 2 years. 2 1s are 2, 15 is 30. The ratio is 15 is to 1. So when they said father age 30 years, when the father is 30 years old, the present father age 42 years. When the father is 30 years old means 12 years ago. 12 years ago, father age is 30 years. 12 years ago, what is the son age? present age minus 12. 14 minus 12 I got 2. Here we have one more application based on the ratio. See what they give ratio of breadth and length are 2:5. Ratio of breadth and length of are 2:5. They give breadth in terms of meters and length in terms of meters. Ask you to find this missing values. See, I said ratio is nothing but it is in simplest form. So before simplest form, in the place of 2, what is the value? In the place of 5, what are the values are there? We don't know the exact values. Now, let me write here given ratio of breadth and length given. Ratio of breadth and length is equal to how much they gave? 2:5. As I said, ratio means simplest form. So before simplest form, in the place of 2, what we have we don't know. So let us multiply with 2 and 5 with same common factor to get the previous numbers. 2 into x, 2x, comma 5 into x, 5x. So breadth we consider as 2x and the length is 5x. Now breadth I will write b beta, which is 2x, and the length I will write with L, which is 5x. Here the length they give 50, asking to find the breadth. Yes. This I will take some x, this I will take some y. Now let me write here to find x. To find x. Now here to find x, the corresponding length how much they gave? 50. Let me take this one b beta. B1 I will take beta. This I will take L1. Okay, na? Right. Now to find b1, we will take the help of corresponding length. Now see here, b is equal to 2x, comma L is equal to 5x. Now here the corresponding length how much they gave? 50. So L they gave 50 beta is equal to 5x. Now into 5 can transpose. 50 is equal to x into 5 can transpose by 5. 5 1s are 5 10s are 10 is equal to x. Now with the help of this, you can find corresponding breadth. Breadth is equal to into what is the x value? I got 10. So breadth is equal to how much? 20. Breadth is equal to 20. When the length is 50, the breadth is how much? Breadth is 20. You can see here, length is double, 25 50. Breadth also double. Now next we try to find this L1. Yes. To find L1. So what are the length breadth we got beta? We got breadth is 2x and we got the length is 5x. Now here to find this L1 we will take the help of corresponding breadth. So what is the breadth we will take now? 40. So breadth we will take 40 is equal to 2x. So 40 is equal to x, that into 2 if I transpose by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 0. 20 is equal to x. Now this will submit in that and we will find the value of length. L is equal to 5 into what is the x value I got? 20. So L is equal to how much? 100. Length is 100. See here, breadth is double from 20 to 40. Length also double 50 to 100. So like that you can find. So today class we learned what is ratio and how to find the ratio of quantities when they have different units, and also we solved some of the applications from exercise 12.1. Hope this concept is clear to you and solve the leftover problems from exercise 12.1 in your classwork. Thank you once again. We will meet in the next class.